1, Group A facts for the 1930 World Cup. So, in Group 1, Argentina, Chile, France, and Mexico was in that group. All four of these nations will eventually become hosts themselves, in some cases twice, and in one case it will be 3 times, and that's in Mexico's case, as they hosted the World Cup in 1970, 1986, and they will become the co-hosts in 2026, the next World Cup, with both Canada and the USA. At least 2 nations in this group has also won the World Cup. France on 2 occasions in 1998 and recently in 2018. And they were the runners-up to Argentina, who's also in Group 1, who won the World Cup on 3 different occasions. First time in 1978, then in 1986, and recently they are the current holders after beating France on penalties in 2022. Both France and Argentina have both also won the World Cup on their home soils. 1998 for the second attempt for France, and in 1978 for Argentina. France and Mexico, I believe, have met each other the most in this group. Most of the time, I think all the time, they've met each other in the group stages. And though France have the better record, the only time that Mexico did beat France, Mexico went through. While the 2 times France did beat Mexico, both teams were knocked out in the group stages. And the first time was in 1930, where both France and Mexico finished bottom of their group. This group is the only group, by the way, in the 1930 World Cup that there was 4 teams instead of 3 teams, because some nations dropped out. In Egypt's case, they weren't able to get onto the ship in time. Oh, sorry, there was a storm in Mediterranean. There was a storm there which prevented Egypt to travel. So, like I said, most groups had 3 teams. This group was the only team with 4 nations in. Other than also being the first 2 nations, along with Belgium and the USA, to compete at the first match of the World Cup of Mexico and France, when they played each other. Mexico and France also played in not just the Estadio Boquitas, they played in the Grand Parque Central, and also the Centenario Stadium as well, making France and Mexico the only nations to ever compete in every stadium at a World Cup. This time, that is pretty much impossible to happen these days. More revenue, you want more money and all that FIFA, of course. So that's a reason. Plus, the amount of teams that are playing now, you need to have more stadiums. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say about Group A or Group 1. At least 3 of these nations, France, Mexico, and Argentina, are definitely regulars at the World Cup. You consistently see them most of the time. I'm not saying none of these nations have missed World Cups, they all have in the past. Chile hasn't really been in as much World Cups as the others. But France, Mexico, are regulars, as I said. 3 of them have hosted the World Cup. Chile has as well, 1962. But these other nations are more regular at the World Cup. And obviously, France and Argentina was the most recent final as well. Anyway, that was Group 1. I don't think I've got any more facts to say. There probably is, but I don't remember them, or I don't know them. Anyway, thanks.